Hello friends, family and other creatures of the sea, and welcome to the grand final of the Fel Krakow 2025. Reynor versus Clem, best of 7. That means 7 games, or well, it means whoever gets 4 wins first is going to get the W, as Reynor is starting with an aggressive opener here. What do we have? We have a hatch first on the wrong side of the map, or the right side of the map. I feel like this is out of position. Don't think he's going to be mining from this. It's just my gut feeling. Clem, well known for opening up with barracks first every single game, is going to be sending this down. So Reynor knows that this is going to happen. He knows that his hatchery is going to get scouted 1 minute and 30 seconds into the game, right? This is like, this is guaranteed. This is not a best case or a worst case scenario. This is the scenario. There's one scenario, and it's everything. So from here on out, we're all going to be Clem focused. As in, how does our bad boy respond? How does the Terran Maestro go at it? As we have a Reaper coming out. An SCV. Sees the hatchery. So what do you read seeing that hatchery? Like, probably not a Roach Warren. You see no second gas, probably not Ravagers. No, you see a Queen building and no Roach Warren confirmation. I thought, what the hell is that SCV doing? For a second I was afraid he was going to build a third CC, but Clem is a little bit greedy at times, but he's not that greedy, let me tell you. It's going to be a Reaper Marine for SCV. Reynor wants this Queen to pop out, right? That's his goal in life. Is this just a proxy hatch to try and get a creep tumor down? That would be such an extremely cool thing to have. That would be so freaking cool. Okay, here we go. Queen plus Lynx. 4 SCVs, 2 Marines, 1 Reaper. New SCV shows up here as well. 4 more Lynx coming in right now. Clem actually potentially in a little bit of trouble. Wants to deny that creep tumor, that as a result is going to lose quite a few workers here. Is going to lose this Marine. No, Marines stay all stay alive. 2 SCVs go down. We see some repairing between the SCVs. These Marines are so freaking low. He needs to be careful here. Creep tumor is going to come down. That's the reality of things. Creep tumor will go down as 1 more Marine most likely is going to end up falling. Perhaps 2 more Marines are going to end up falling. And Reynor is going to stabilize here on the low ground. Tech lab now is going to start. And with that tech lab going now, that means we're at least, what, 50 seconds away from this Queen really being contested by anything. Because it's going to take 18 seconds for the tech lab, 32 seconds for the Cyclone. I think it's not going to be tank. It's going to be Cyclone. Yeah, there we go. Cyclone. What do we have behind this? No speed quite yet. There's no gas even. Oh, he already has speed. What am I saying? He already has speed on these Lynx. So even just a Cyclone might just be not good enough. This is a Queen rush. He is hitting the front door here with 2 Queens. What a wild build order coming out of Reynor. I have not seen something quite like this before. And there is the possibility of following this up with a macro game. Look at this bad boy. What are you doing? What are you doing? Oh, you're going to take a third base. That is okay. Queen still knocking on this front door. Cyclone now is out. No transfuses available. We're going to have a bunch of creep tumors. Oh! We almost missed the action there. Yeah, camera works a little bit sloppy today. Stone mining from here. I mean, this is not okay. Overlord also really needs to get out of here. Like, this Overlord, I think, needs to piss off. Oh, the Lynx, they enter. The Lynx, they enter. And now the question is going to be, will this Cyclone stay alive? Cyclone will not stay alive. New Cyclone already on the way out. 2 more barracks on the way. If I wouldn't know better, I'd feel that Reynor is winning. Actually, even if I do know better, I feel like Reynor is winning. What the hell does Clem have here? 4 barracks, no add-ons, 2 CC, 33 workers versus 33 workers. Decent, good creep threat here on the natural. Very good creep threat. We have about 10 tumors out right now. Depot is going to get thrown down. Let's take a first-person look here. How does Clem feel in this moment? This is a first-time response. He's never played against anything like this before. Reaper is not going to die. Marines, can they survive? If these Marines go down and another Cyclone falls, that would be pure chaos over here. This command center is not good enough. Gonna get the walkthrough here. Clem desperately trying to keep everything alive. Loses another Cyclone. And this is terrible, man. This is legitimately awful. 35 workers to 38. I think is he even gonna get every single tumor? 2, 3. Okay. If he doesn't get that tumor, he's in trouble. I'm not sure if these tumors have enough range to block. I don't think they do. So the creep is going to be like this. Like the radius of the creep is like this. Slice it off from here on out. He's going to land. Oh, Reynor. Gonna run in, trying to get these, sneak these things in. Here comes the Ling run by. Tank in the back is going to deny these Lings for getting the surround onto the Cyclone. Income right now in favor of Reynor. Supply right now in favor of Reynor. Creep spread here in favor of Reynor. We're gonna get another big surround on top of these Marines, on top of the Cyclone. All of that is gonna die. And once more, Clem just in a world of trouble. Even now, he's still in trouble. It's gonna be 3 base, 6 queens, carapace on the way, 8 more drones on the way. We have creep going in every single direction. What a cool build order out of Reynor. What a ridiculous build out of Reynor, but what a cool build order. And a legitimate queen rush. There was nothing else except a queen rush, as these Lings are going to run in, get a couple of more Marine kills. First medevacs are now coming out, 6 minutes and 50 seconds into the game. Reynor is up in everything. He's going to have faster upgrades, has more workers, is up a base, has a lot of creep. And all of this creep is just going to give him vision as to where these medevacs are going to go. Marine count isn't big enough. And most importantly, there is no third command center yet. It's going to go down right now. Clem feels naked without that third CC, okay? He feels absolutely naked. He loves having that third CC. He loves having his Hellion Cyclone, and he's having none of that. 8 queens are out. 8 queens by themselves, even without a carapace, are going to be capable of stopping these 10 Marines and 2 medevacs. Like, it's no problem. Legitimately no problem. But with the carapace, with any amount of Lings here, like, this is going to be a one-sided blast like never seen before. Overlord is going to get sniped. 60 workers to 47 still. I'm just going to keep naming these numbers. It is crazy to me how far Reynor is ahead after this start. It is crazy to me how far ahead Reynor is. As, yep, there we go. It's going to get a pickup. Clem doesn't even want to try getting into the main base. 5th base already. Will be on the way. We're going to have 4 hatcheries mining. Creep is about to connect, by the way. Look at this. We're like 2 sets of tumors away from Creep actually connecting. That is mental. Infestation pit on the way already. He's going to have ultras out by the time that Clem finishes his 1-1. That is an over-exaggeration of the situation, but that's what it freaking feels like. Oh, and the problem is that all these scans need to be used to clear the creep that is on Clem's side of the map. Clem is spending so much cash here. This was like scan number 12 or something. It's gonna go for another scan over here. Every scan, do not forget, is basically costs you 225 minerals that you're not getting over the next minute, because it could have been a mule, and now it's not a mule. Now it's a scan, clearing 3 tumors on your side of the map. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Clem down 20 supply. Infestation pit is here for the hive, as well as the triple infestor. And we're going to see the double medevac now dropping towards the top right. Queen's already in position. Left side is completely safe due to having full vision with the creep. Look at Reynor's vision. It's the Overlord to kind of complete that ring. All Reynor needs to do is leave units on the right side because he sees everything else. Does Clem really want to spend 4 more scans to figure out what the hell is going on? I don't think he does. I do not think he does. But he might need to. He might just need to. Creep is going to continue pushing in forward. High ground will most likely get cleared eventually. I mean, he just has no freedom. Look at this. Reynor sees absolutely everything. Reynor sees absolutely everything. This is going to be the freest late game for Reynor that he's ever had in his entire life. He could go up to 95 workers if he wants to. Infestors are out. If he gets a single fungal, these medevacs are dead. If he doesn't get a fungal, I don't think it matters either. It's 1-1 upgrades right now versus a 0-0. +1 attack is about to finish up. We get another scan, -225. These Marines are trying to fight, but the Queens with +1 carapace, they're not taking freaking damage. They're not taking any damage right now. Link's already available in the main base. Clem is looking for opportunities. But sometimes in life, you cannot find any opportunities. And I don't think any opportunity is going to find him either. The only thing that's finding him is this set of Links coming in with the surround. With the 1-1 upgrades, Clem's going to drop over the rocks onto the spore. No, you can't do it. You can't do it, brother. Ultralisk Cavern on the way in the main base. We're 10 minutes in right now. 30... Look at this creep. This is the most ridiculous build I've seen. This creep is insane. Like, legit, this creep. He sees everything. It's just a line of creep through the middle of the map as the right side is gonna get caught. I mean, Reynor is just styling on his opponent right now. Like, everywhere you go is freaking creep. Everywhere you go. It's a sea of purple out here. Pureling defense, by the way. Pureling infestor defense. Ultralisk chitinous plating on the way. +3 carapace on the way. Adrenal glands on the way. A baling nest. Spire. 5th. 6th. More creep. Hey, what happens if Reynor decides to just go in here? He has this Burrowed infestor. How many links do we have? We have 160 links right now. What is going on over here? Look at this. Look at this beautiful fight. 7 workers end up going down. 2 ultras on the way. Here comes the Burrowed infestor. Does not get a connection that it wants. There's another infestor fungal is going to connect. Another one is going to connect, but links are disappearing at a rapid pace at the same time. SCV's dying as well over here on the third. 85 workers to 48. 166 supply to the 116. And I think ultras are going to be the... well, pretty much the last thing that we're going to see here. There's currently what? 3 marauders out. 3 marauders versus 4 ultras up 2 sets of upgrades. Good luck, my dear friend. Good luck, my dear friend, indeed. Link's now running in once more. 26 workers have gone down. 91 drones against 47. Yeah, I mean, Reynor's... He's not playing for real anymore. Like, this hatchery is not serious. He's also taking this. And he should be taking this. And he probably should take his opponent's fourth at this point. I don't think there is a way to tell your opponent to get out. More so than taking this bottom left side base. Like, that is absolutely busted. That is crazy. What a game out of Reynor, honestly. And this is all just kind of cruising off of that early game lead that he created with that ridiculous hatch rush. That ridiculous queen rush. Proxy hatch for queens. Proxy hatch queen rush. I don't know what to name this, but good lord, is it a brilliant build. There is an infestor burrow here somewhere. Is it going to be good enough? We'll have a quick look here at this fight. I mean, this is everything. This is everything. We don't need more than this. The 2 ultras in the natural. The 2-3 links over here at the third base. Same time, this is being stopped by Link. So Reynor is still playing accurate. He's keeping units at home where he has to. But yeah, Fungal's gonna connect with this army, and now the ultras get to eat. So Reynor takes game number 1. What a legitimately ridiculous game. I think in the past few months, I've been enjoying watching Reynor the most out of any Zerg player. Just different stuff, different build orders, new strategies. Very solidly backed mechanically as well, which makes it interesting. It's kind of like watching Bly on crack pretty much. I mean, we've got a new crazy Zerg player, it feels like. One thing I really appreciate out of Clem here is that he didn't scout the low ground. So he must have identified some major mistakes. If we think back of that early game, perhaps losing the Marines and the Reaper early on wasn't great. I feel like as a Terran player, it might just be worthwhile to say, hey, I'm going to... Also skipping the Hellion. So you basically straight up rush into a Cyclone and then just keep everything in your main base for a little bit until you have enough to take out that low ground, right? Yes, there's going to be creep tumors and you're going to have to deal with that, but you have to deal with it anyway. So that's just how life is, I guess. You know, that's just the way it is. Reynor this time going with a 15 hatch. Oh, Clem thinks the drone hasn't left yet. Look at this. Clem is waiting for the drone to leave. My dear friend, the train has already left. It's on the way. Chuka, 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 chuka. Bap, bap. A freaking third base over here, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Is this... There you go. Nice micro. Reaper's trying to get some kills. Doesn't quite get it. Whoop! No! Good lord. Surreal stuff. Very well done. Nice control out of Reynor. Keeps everything alive. So this is going to be into a 245 gas. We're going to see a Roach Warren come down at some point as well. It's the most standard approach when this gets played. The most standard approach when this gets played. Ooh, is he going to get a tumor in between the bases? Rather than for the double inject. Interesting. Oh, he's going to go double creep tumor. Whoa. Reynor. As the Germans would say, das ist sehr sexy. Jawohl. That is so interesting. So he's sacrificing a little bit of eco here for faster creep spread. I don't mind that necessarily, but it is always good to be aware of the trade-offs that the players are making. I always try to communicate these as clearly as possible. So a little bit of eco here being sacrificed. He's getting back that eco by delaying the Roach Warren. And it's actually playing pretty high queen. I'm almost starting to doubt the Roach Warren call. Is it possible that he's just going to be playing Queen Ling off of Gasless? Whoa. Dude, Reynor has some legit openers here. He's coming in very clean in this series. Meanwhile, Clem, 2-on-1. Whoa. Is it going to be speed? Yeah, it's going to be speed. What a ridiculous opener out of Reynor once more. I think Clem is confused too. He's like, I feel like roaches should be out here. Clem is not wanting to commit with these cars. Understandably, because usually there's going to be 3-4 roaches. You got the freaking roach acid on your face. You're going to have to pull back with the cars. This is great stuff. There's a couple of links. They don't have speed. Queen count is not terrible. Usually we see this being played with lower queen count because the roaches take care of everything else. But this is extremely solid eco. Dude, Clem is getting taken for a spin over here. Reynor playing like a machine. Like a real machine. Gonna get that carapace rush here as Clem is opting for a Hellbat follow-up. I wonder if he's still producing individual Hellions out of the factory. So it's going to be, I think, 6 Hellbat. 6 Hellbat, 16 Marines. What will our defense look like? 9 Queen, Ling, Fort Base. If stage bit. A lair should start soon as well, by the way. We get a second gas out right now. Second, third, and fourth gas. A second Evo as well on the way. Oh, this is looking like such a damn attractive game. 2 more queens. 11 queens total. Is that enough to deal with the Hellbat stuff? I don't even know. You see the Hellions over here? I think you can smell what's coming right now if you're a Reynor. You can definitely smell what's coming. So these bad boys are going to transform. Beep boop. Here comes the Ling flank. Good first transfuse. Target fires on the Reaper plus Hellbat. I don't know what should be target fired here. Reynor is opting for a little bit of everything. Seems more like an A move. Marines are very low right now, but the Hellbats are still burning the new Zerglings to absolute shreds. Queens are being chased. There's no real objective here for Clem though, so Clem is going to clear these queens, but I don't think he's going to get the fort base. I just don't think there's enough DPS there. And these Marines are really starting to run quite low. 2 Hellbats remain. 1 Hellbat remains. Yeah. Reynor is going to hold. This wasn't the easiest hold. This wasn't the cleanest hold, but it's a hold nonetheless. 1-1 upgrades are about to finish up as well, and this Hellbat push has officially ended. Marines are low. Medevac is low. Bailing Nest is now on the way. Look at the cash in the bank for a Reynor. Uncharacteristically high when it comes to the mineral plus gas count. Does mean, by the way, that if Reynor ever gets the larva available, he's going to be capable of boosting that supply a little bit. Look at that, 900 minerals. 500 gas. That is a lot of supply he could add in. Well, the links are what, 50? That's 1 supply. So it's like 20 supply if you have the larva available. When you have 1k minerals. It's always interesting to kind of remember. Queens, of course, cost 175. And are only 2 supply, so depends what you're building. Either way, infestation pit now on the way. We get a couple of banelings into the mix. Reynor wants some safety added in, but without a centrifugal hooks, these banes are not going to connect to anything that Clem has. Ling run by is open. The door is open. I'm not sure if Clem is expecting any guests. Is he? There's a tank there. Tanks are great against minor run-bys, but if there's like 40 links, I'm never a huge fan of the tank in that case. Hey, the tank is nice if it's like 8, 12, 14 links, you know? Small numbers. Small numbers. I feel like Reynor's kind of leaning towards that run-by. These links are very far to the left. I feel like they want to. They're not going yet, but I think they want to. I can read their mind. No, never mind. He's going to the left, defend his 5th base. Cares more about his own cash than denying his opponent's cash. Fort base on the way here for Clem. Does not want to risk anything with an Adrax, despite this being one of the better Adrax maps. Due to the double bridge setup in the middle, making it easy for tanks to have stellar positions. Hive on the way, about halfway done, 38 out of 71. I'm gonna get an attack towards the top left as well. Tank sieges up. Bloop. Solid pickup. Nice. Wait, what? Did you just kill a cleaning bot? Clem doesn't misclick either. He really hates a cleaning bot. Clem's a dirty man. What the hell? Disgusting. Finally gets a Roomba. Takes it out. Guess we can C14 Gauss rifle. Surreal. Viper's on the way. No Ultra Cavern quite yet. And here we go. He's sending it. Or this is a flank. Is this a flank? Or is he sending it? Might be a bit of both here. He's gonna send it. He's gonna almost full send it over here. Fort base not active quite yet. We see one Ling that's probably gonna burrow over there on that fort. Nice play out of Reynor. Make sure there's no more reinforcement. Here comes the flank. Takes out a mine. Takes out some of these Marines. Mine is gonna burrow just barely in time. Good control on this Ling Bane army. Reynor at about 170 supply against the 191 of Clem right now. Clem, however, is running pretty low on medevac energy as the Banelings barely don't manage to connect here. Here comes the flank. Do we have an Overseer nearby? The answer is yes. All of these mines are going to get destroyed, but at what cost? Well, actually, at a very reasonable price. At a very reasonable price. Clem is still in a fine position, although these two Bane mines... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, it's the wrong spot. 10 supply, not bad. Here comes the Ling run by. Do these guys have Adrenal yet? No, they don't. It's on the way. It is on the way. Viper should be out by now, by the way. There we go. Viper is out. Look how low these freaking medevacs are. Oh, one cheeky parasitic bomb, and that's the end of this army. Clem here will need to split or pick up, or perhaps both. Or perhaps just fight and destroy his opponent's army completely. Well done. We have 4 Vipers out. Not a single parasitic bomb quite yet. Here's number 1. Here's number nothing. Blinding Cloud comes in. Banelings not getting the connections that they need. Oi, 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 oi. Viper's now gathering a bit more energy. I think can Clem just do it here? This isn't a huge army, but it's big enough to clear this hatchery. We have this force moving towards the far left as well. More Overlords being taken out. Reynor had such an interesting early game once more. Now struggling to stay alive against Clem, who's going to drop into the main base with some fairly damaged medevacs. 150 supply to 190. The triple, quadruple, quintuple drop into the main base. Double parasitic bombs are going to clear every single one of these medevacs, I think. But Marines might just be capable of escaping. This top left side army is extremely big. Reynor is back to mining on 3 bases. Clem, meanwhile, 5th base halfway done. Supply 108 versus 50 when it comes to the army supply. Upgrades not in favor of anyone in particular, so that's going to favor Clem here as his army size is just significantly bigger. Second starport, fusion core, marauder count, all of this is looking extremely healthy on the side of the Terran. Player creep is still here, but the Bane count is simply not high enough. And without infestors, none of these Banes are going to get the connections that they need. Here comes another try. Lightning Cloud's parasitic bombs. It's going to be, well, a bit of both. GG gets called as Clem's gonna win game number 2. Game number 3 is gonna be played here on Persephone as Reynor. He had a tough, hard look at this situation, okay? A lot of you might not know this, but Reynor is extremely intelligent. And he's great at kind of creating patterns out of very little data points. So he looked at the 2 data points he had. Game 1, in which he won, and game 2, which he sadly lost. And I was like, what did I do different in game 1 compared to game number 2? And he kind of dug back in his memory there very deep, and I think he came to the conclusion that perhaps the best thing that he can do is go for a proxy hatch. And this really is the high level decision making that, you know, I'm here for it. I think this is great. I love it. It worked in game number 1, and thus it should work again the next time I play it as well. Like, this is, I mean, this is why these guys are some of the best players in the world, right? It's this type of high-level decision-making when it comes to strategy picking as well. It's just, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal. It's just, it's really great to see. It makes me happy. It really does make me happy. So we're going to have some more. Look at that. No way. Clem micros his workers both ways. What a beast. Either way, we have a 7 SCV pool this time around. Okay, Clem said last time I did 4. That didn't work out. Now I'll go for 7. And a high ground CC. Yeah. Yeah, well, why not, right? Why not? Because that will not allow the queen to come out. If the queen isn't out, there's no reason to quickly go downstairs. And you can probably just open up with Hellions. Reaper's gonna show up. Lings are now on the way. Reynor is going to finish this. Try to start a queen. That thing is not gonna finish. 500 HP on this hatchery. Queen is 36 seconds. Hell no, baby. Gotta get 2 sets of 2 Lings out. Just a single set of Ling. We have a bunch of Lings coming out from behind as well. Marine is now out. Pure deception here. Terrible, terrible opener here for the young Italian. So we could definitely say that Clem has managed to formulate a response that seems significantly better than what he did in game number 1, where he lost the game. And Reynor's logic of this worked in game 1, it will work again in game number 3, really falling apart here. Mathematicians worldwide are gonna be shocked by this revelation. Back to the lab, boys. What the hell? That is crazy. No one could have seen that coming. Because many people, you know, they watch this and they think, I bet after Clem lost game number 1, he's going to respond in the exact same manner despite losing. But no, Clem, the brilliant player that he is, also adapted. So he changed something in his response to what Reynor did. I mean, this is some of the highest level StarCraft I've seen in my life. This is why this is the greatest tournament in the entire world. You love to see it. Here comes the Reaper. He's gonna kill a drone. I mean, brilliant as well, right? Killing drones. I love that as a decision. He says, hey, if I kill one of your drones, you have 1 less worker. That means worse income. This is genius. This is exactly the type of stuff that you want. Starport now coming in here for Clem. We have a couple of Marines as well on the way out. I think it's going to be a medevac. He's not much of a medevac player usually, but this, it sniffs, it smells. Smells like a medevac. You know what they say, if it smells like a medevac and it looks like a medevac and the Terran is building a medevac, it's probably a medevac. So we're going to see that medevac. Lings are trying to run in, sees 3 Marines. I'm not sure if that's enough of a tell. Usually it would be, but in this case, because it's such a weird freaking game, I'm not sure if this is enough of a tell. We're going to go for the depot next to the CC. And 4 Marines are going to make their way across the map. Tech lab as a follow-up. Ooh, 2 Hellions need to be picked up. 6 Hellion Hellbat all in. That's what's on the menu here. Let's see how hungry Reynor is. Does he want to eat these Hellbats, or will these Hellbats eat him? Ay, 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 ay. Here they come. 6 Hellbats morphing. One of them almost falls, but not kite. It's only 3 queens, 4 queens. No Lings out right now. Double Evo wall is actually going to stop this for a little bit longer. No cancel on that Evo as Clem comes in right now. It's going to clear a couple of drones out. 5 drones have gone down. Medevac's gonna get microed back. 2 more Hellions now showing up. Yeah, this Evo chamber. Kind of a weird spot, huh? Not sure who this is good for, but probably not great for Reynor. It's 3 queens versus 6 Hellbats. 3 Marines in the back as well. The splits on the drones are good, or the running away with the drones is good. The queen control is good, but this is a numbers game, ladies and gentlemen. 4 Hellbats versus no queens. That is not a great fight for the queens that aren't there. The hypothetical queen is not winning that. Oh, there's a queen now. Still have 38 workers to the 35. Benji is about to show up with Cloak finishing up in about, what is this, 12 seconds or so. Hellbat is going to clear this queen. We currently have 1 queen out, 1 more queen on the way. There's the spores now coming up. GG gets called as Clem is going to win game number 3. Now, if you're Reynor here, it's going to be very difficult to figure out what strategy you want to execute. The strategy that won you game number 1 lost you game number 3. And the strategy that you played in game number 2 also lost the game. So it feels like all the options you've already used are not going to work again. So this is serious trouble here. Trouble in paradise. Absolutely. If paradise is Reynor's head, there's trouble in there. Would not want to be in Reynor's head right now. Not sure how much space there would be there to stay either. But the brains take up a lot of space. I feel like there's not a lot of dead space left over in the skull, you know? You couldn't fit a medevac with 2 mines in the brain dead space. Maybe for some people you could. But Reynor with his huge brain, probably not. Spawning pool coming out here is going to be a gasless opener. At least a 15 hash pre-overlord into 15 pool post-overlord. We saw that go into Queenling before. Clem responding with... what can only be described as a Marine Hellbat all-in. Dealt some damage. Then game went longer. Reynor still felt... or still looked to be in a decent position. It felt to me like he was in a good position. Then eventually ended up losing to Clem. On that Ultra Love. Game number 2. Let's see if Reynor can clean up his act a little bit here. Ooh, he's mining the golden minerals. The yellow minerals are being mined. Means we're gonna go triangle over here. Toof, toof, ding. Beautiful stuff. He already is ready. Ooh. Ah, Clem. Come on. Being fooled here, man. You're being fooled. Absolutely being fooled. Cute SCV patrol, but Reynor's gonna go for the triangle. Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Reynor is doing more than just a triangle here, my dear friend. What in the world is this? Oh, what a beautiful move. What a phenomenal little move here out of Reynor. Map specific is now going to be rushing with 6 links past these minerals, dealing with the Reaper behind all of this. Clem is gonna scout. He's like, no hatch. Wait, what? No hatch? No hatch? What do you mean, no hatch? Reaper is confused. Reaper is lost. Reynor's gonna hit a little bit too slow. Marine on the lookout. Oh, the depot lift is too late. And the links are in. And all hell breaks loose here in Clem's base. What a ridiculous early game right now. What a ridiculous early game it is that we're watching. I'm not even sure if this was worth it. I think it's worth it just for the shock effect, but realistically, no clue. Is this something you can do? Is this something you should do? Yeah, some long distance mining still going on. No third base. This was done off of... And he lost triple drone mining here for an extended period of time. Our third base is extremely delayed. I don't think this actually was worth it. The one positive is that Clem isn't aware whether this is a third base or not. Clem doesn't dare committing to the scout onto the third. I think Clem could actually just go through this area, right? Scout the third in that way. Like, the floodgates are theoretically open. Follow-up is going to be Banshee. Couple of Marines for safety. Whoa. No Hellion. What the hell is this? Huh. Is this Mech? No, because there's a second barracks. I just don't understand this. I do not quite understand what is happening here. We're seeing another tech lab being built on the factory now. So that's going to be for this barracks. It's going to be Banshee. 1 Hellion Reaper. Marines being sent over to the left to heal. That's kind of cute. I dig that. 3 stars for Gryffindor. Or for Clem in this case. Factory plus reactor. 2 more gas, double eBay. I think this is a little bit of a freestyle. A little bit of a freestyle build order. Don't think this has been practiced before. Get another barracks right now. It's gonna get fast upgrades. So he has very little map presence though. So despite this being a poor start for Reynor, I think Reynor's okay with the spot he's kind of maneuvering into. Triple roach into what, 60 drones or so? Yeah. I think Reynor looks at this and gives himself the thumbs up in the mirror. He gives himself the finger guns in the mirror. Damn, I look good. Cloaking field. Oh, yeah, this is the one map where... Look at this. Units can be out of bounds. You can't see them properly. You need to zoom all the way out, which you can't do while you're playing. There's some spots that you actually just can't see at all. You can't click it. You have to A-move there in order to kill units. They put like a raven... You see? Here. I think you put it all the way over there, all the way in the bottom. You can't actually see it properly. It's really crazy. Not a huge fan. Oh, usually there's more UI covering it, I guess. That's why. With this UI, you can always see it. Double Banshee. Setting up. Shop. I think Reynor might have seen this, by the way. I think he's aware of it. No, he's not. He's not aware at all. It's just the kicking off. One queen goes down. 4 drones fall. The Clem with 2 Banshees in his control is really sick. It is sickening, actually. Not just sick. It is sickening. It's disgusting. Clem only wants one thing and it's drone kills. Oh, this wall is not secure. This wall is not... No, that is actually somewhat secure. Is it? No, it's not. Can you attack all 3 buildings here? In that case, it probably would be... it's not... One Banshee has a secure position. That's it. This Banshee's taking quite a beating. Oh, Roach Horn goes down. Carapace finishes us. Do you really need a Roach Horn? Yeah, you probably do. You have like 12, 20 roaches. What a freaky game this is, though, lads. Okay, we see a bunker. This is a misread of the game. I think Clem is expecting a 1-1 roach timing. I think Reynor is planning on going into late game, just on late 4th. So we see infestors. We need roach speed still. I wonder if Clem is going to throw down 3 extra barracks here as a result. We sometimes see this, where Terran players are like, okay, this feels weird. I don't want to throw down a 4cc. I mean, I really wouldn't mind second factory 4cc, just adding tanks. I think is absolutely a correct call. Combat shield is fairly late here. Okay, it's going to go 8 racks. It's going to go 8 racks. I don't know if this is aggressive 8 racks or saying, hey, I want to not die against your roach max 8 racks. Because look how patient Clem is. Look how far back he sits. I don't give a crap about anything. 6 more drones go down. 66 workers to 64. We have these roaches. We have these ravagers. I think Reynor is also confused. It feels like Reynor is almost doing a defensive all-in, and it feels like Clem is also doing a defensive all-in. Then at some point, one of them's got to go, okay, I want to actually attack. Yeah, here we go, fast forward base. This is not a committed all-in, what Clem is doing here. This is exactly what I thought it was. These were pretty much safety barracks. Probably gonna turn him into tech labs as well, so he can start pumping marauders at a high pace. Big fungal connects with a lot of these marines. Second fungal connect with even more marines. Biles do not connect with anything. Glider Constitution, the road speed, not quite done yet either. 4 base, 73 drones. Against 3 base, 65 SCV. Make this make sense. Get the tech labs indeed. It's going to be quick marauder production for Clem, who is even in supply and might be in a more vulnerable spot than he realizes. If he just sits back and relaxes, isn't he in a great position? Yeah, he's in a great position. Close to even work account, very close in supply. You lose all these tanks, get a counter attack up your butt. That is not pleasant. That is not pleasant. Clem is not mentally prepared for getting that. Not ready for the counter attack. If he loses those tanks, he's gonna continue pushing forward. He smells blood in the water. I don't know if this is... This feels like there's some risk involved here. Him towards the right. Keeping his units on the left a little bit isolated. Fungal's gonna connect with a lot of medevacs. We have a big attack here forward as well. He's kind of juggling these 2 armies, but big portion of the bio is not here right now. Tanks are going to take a significant beating. Tanks will go down. Right side army comes in right now to deal some more damage as well. Carapace level 2 is about to finish up. Bailing count is okay. Infestor still alive. There's no factory units with this. There are no factory units with this whatsoever. But pure Marine Marauder might just be enough. 1-1 upgrades against 2-1. Adrenal is on the way as well. Oh, this is a serious commitment into this area. This is a very serious commitment into this area. Here come the Banelings. Oh, commitment was not good. Clem doesn't have commitment issues. Maybe he has issues that he commits a little bit too hard. This is an I love you on the first date to that hatchery, my dear friend. The hatchery did not say I love you back. The hatchery got a restraining order and rolled in with the Banelings. Not allowed within 500 meters of that hatchery right now, Clem. You're gonna get arrested. Ooh, Fungals, not available. Banelings, not available in big enough numbers, I think. 2-2 just finished up here. 175 supply to 160. Yeah, Clem, he gambled on this push with the tanks. He now lost the tanks. And he feels the need to continue pushing. probably because he feels like he needs to have momentum. He's afraid of ultras about to pop. He needs to keep putting on pressure so that the ultras can be constructed. But actually, Reynor is fully invested here in the Ravager Ling Bane. This mine is gonna go down. Oh, decent enough splits here, and I think this planetary is toast. I do not think that Clem can hold that with the help of some biles here, as well as the one Bane. This one Bane is going to be a game changer. Poof, there we go. A couple of extra SCVs going down, and this planetary falls. Clem, down to 58 workers. Down to 3 bases. Has not started his 3-3 upgrades, while Reynor halfway on the way to +3 carapace. We have investors, we have vipers, we have casters. We have everything we want. Uh-oh. You're not allowed there, Clem. The policeman will stop you. They will stop you, Clem. Gonna spin in your face with acid. That's what he does. Ooh, Lynx are gonna see this left side army. Well, not a good pre-split. Not a good pre-split. And here comes Clem. He's rushing towards it. He's rushing towards it. Is there anyone to stop him? Lynx, roaches. Marauder's just too fast. Boom. Actually fell in love as well. Hate to see it. And then died. Never fall in love with a Marauder. That's what it is. Ooh, big. Ooh. Very nice. Big parasitic bombs. 2 medevacs going down. What is that? I thought I saw Overlord speed. Did I get up? No, Overlord speed is here. Yeah, there you go. Burrow, carapace upgrade. And Reynor still has like 4 bases mining, so it's okay. He's gonna try to borrow this thing. Sadly, he doesn't have borrow yet. It's kind of saying like, guys, 50 more seconds. Almost there. Not quite, brother. 3-3 now started for Clem. Vehicle playing level 1 done as well. It's not gonna be a good fight for Clem. This is not gonna end well for him, let me tell you. I've seen a lot of ZVT fights. +3 carapace. Infestor Ravager Bane. Don't think so with pure bio, my friend. Mine Liberator is a necessity. Mine Liberator is a necessity. This Liberator sieging up is going to deal some damage. At the same time, we have this base going down against a bunch of Lynx. Third base in serious trouble as well, as Reynor is pushing it all back. And Reynor here, he is moving towards a evening up this series. That is what he's moving towards. We have 3 Marauders on the left side. We have this 1 Liberator still active over here. Clem is doing a great job with the tools that he has, but he just doesn't have the right tools. You need to be hammering nails right now, and all this guy has is sandpaper. It is not what you want. It's not great for nailing in some hammers. Hammering in some nails. There you go. Yeah, these medevacs are going to get busted. Lynx could attack once more. There's just 2 mules. Not even sure if this is worth the time of Reynor. Right now it isn't. No, he's going to say hello to these SCVs that are transferring over. As the final drops here are being cleaned up. Reynor's not going to be saying hello. The double Marauder actually killed this hatchery. That's pretty crazy. Asper E busted. Lynx though now. Mauling the faces of these SCVs off. Yes, I mean, this party is winding down big time. And it's cleanup time. Clem is being pulled back into the house. You're not going anywhere, buddy. Clean the floor, brother. With a toothbrush. What? This is the army, baby. Oh, no. It's not what Clem signed up for. He thought it was just a fun party. Got tricked into signing a deal with the army. They own you now, Clem. It is what it is. This game is freaking over. That's also what it is. Infantry armor level 3 is going to still see the light of day in this game before Clem decides to leave, but for how long is the real question. It is 23 workers to 71. Ravager, Ling, Bane, Infestor, Viper, Roach. Everything is here. And Clem, I mean, he can do nothing but leave the game right now. Liberator once again coming in with some slick harassment. But that is going to be a GG gets called as Reynor ties it up. That's such a phenomenal game out of Reynor, especially after the fairly weak early game. At least it felt like a fairly weak early game. Clem pushing a bit too hard there in the mid with those tanks, losing all those tanks and then feeling the need to keep going. And it makes a lot of sense, right? He's not extremely high eco. You're kind of sitting at 68, 69, 70 workers. And you don't want the game to go into an ultra game. You don't want there to be ultras on that map. And he's just pushing, he's pushing. He wants to stop the ultras and there is no ultra cavern. He is fighting his own imagination, pretty much. It's so difficult for Terran to know and to confirm whether there's an ultra cavern and whether there's going to be ultras on the way. Like, You want to force Baneling morphs at that point. It is completely understandable how Clem played, but it was the incorrect call. Oh, double drones. Double drones. There you go. Very nice. Yeah. Double drones, baby. There's nothing better than 2 drones. 3 drones is worse. 1 drone is bad. Double drones is the future, my dear friends. It is the future. Past and present. I love it. Single drone here working. Poof, into a spore. And the queen pops out in 2, 1. Hey, 234. Very decent timing. We get the inject in the main base. What are we doing in the natural? Oh, Reynor. Reynor has the best creep threat in the world, I think. It's a fact at this point. It is not even something we can really debate about anymore. And he's one of the players that says, okay, I have brilliant creep threat. I'm going to cut some eco to get that creep threat going even earlier. Everyone and their mom right now double injects every single game. Because Zergs, they feel like they need it. They feel like they need the extra larva to survive the Aatrox. They need the extra larva to get into a decent situation. Reynor says, no, you actually don't need that. You can also have crazy good creep. It's almost an old school way of looking at things. Valuing things, you know, that aren't worth money. Crazy thought. But yeah, Reynor's gonna be the type of guy that, you know, will start working a day less because he wants to spend time with his kids instead of just making more money. What a moron. He could have way more cash instead, but now he has creep tumors and map presence. God. Very low test move, if you ask me. Spend time with his family. Take care of my mental health. More money, man. That's what you need. More cash arenas, not creep tumors. Ridiculous. All right. Third base here is done. Do we have speed? No, we have no speed. So it's going to go straight into Roach. This is something... I don't like fake crediting people, but the first time that I personally saw this was that Solar did this quite a bit. He would play a 27 hatch, which is a build with gas, and then skip the speed. So Terran is expecting speed and moves as if there is speed, and then roaches come out to deal with the first few Hellions. It's very different from how a gasless opener functions, because Terran doesn't know there's going to be roaches. So their early game is set up very different. From the Terran perspective, the early game is set up different. Now, whenever you play Roach, usually you want lower queen count. Reynor is one of the players that doesn't really abide by this logic. He says, I can play Roach and high queen count, and then I have less money. But he does have very sick creep threat, so once again, that is just kind of what he values, and he puts his resources somewhere else. We're going to go into Mech. Clem's Mech, to be exact. There's going to be some Disney Mech over here out of Clem. Banshee, Hellion, Cyclone. The only thing missing to truly make it Disney Mech is going to be the Raven. So original Disney Mech was, I think, Banshee into Raven. That has fallen off a bit, but we do see a lot of double Banshee into just Cyclone Hellion. Oh, he's going to commit hardcore. Oh, he's going to commit so hard here. Do we have the full wall? This is not a full wall, no. Oh, no. A disaster. Disaster strikes, my dear friend. Hellions come in and 15, 16, 17, 20 workers go down. Poor Reynor. The one good thing about playing against Mech is that Mech is generally not great at finishing games. Mech is very good at kind of stabilizing games and sitting, but it tends to not be great at finishing it. And although Hellion Cyclone is more battle Mech than anything, it still is... You know, it's kind of holds. If this was a bio game, like Clem would walk across the map with his first 12 Marines, he would close his eyes and 360 no scope 2 Banelings and then win the game, pretty much. Right now, we might still we might be capable of dreaming of something here, and not necessarily a white Christmas. Perhaps we're dreaming of a macro game. I'm dreaming of a battle macro game. Okay, this Overlord's gonna die. I wonder if Carapace gets cancelled here. Carapace cancel into range, or Carapace cancel into Infestation Pit. Carapace cancel into Infestation Pit. I actually think this is the correct call. Yeah. I like this a lot. So you need Infestors in order to deal with the Cyclone to stay alive. Otherwise you're just gonna get kited to death. I think Clem might even be playing a little bit too conservative here with his first 2-3 Cyclones. He's afraid of Ling Run buys. I don't think there's speed on the Lings. So yeah. No link speed. And I think Clem coulda, woulda, shoulda been aware of that. So he's playing, look, he's pretending like this is a standard game. This is not a standard game. This is a weird game. This is a very weird game, my dear friend. Alien's pulling away. Mech field accelerator on the way. We have 4 cyclones. Here we go. Investors. Coming out soon. 4th base on the way right now. And we're going into macaronis. Big time mech. How many banshees do we still have? We have 3 banshees. How many did he kill? Don't even know. 1 banshee has gone down. So there is a chance the game ends right now. Like, there's a realistic chance the game ends right now. These infestors are key. The infestors are the only thing standing in between Clem and winning right here. Oh, another Hellion run by. Just as he managed to set up shop a little bit. This is not looking good. This is just not looking good. 14 drones going down. Hellion still active now, running into the main base. They hit a shot on the spawning pool. They hit another shot on the infinite drones. This Reynor here is getting blasted off the face of the earth. It's trying to get into the Zergling speed, but I mean, it doesn't matter. 22 drones have gone down. Here comes the snipe force, looking to kill some infestors. Infestors say no, I will hide. There's no burrow here. There's no upgrades here. It's a good fungal though. That's actually a good fungal. He gets 4 cyclones total, transfuses to keep the infestors alive. This was very decent. This was a very reasonable trade. If you're an honest, you're an honest merchant, this is the type of trade you want. Absolutely. No scamming going on over here. Overlords barely managed to stay alive. Good control here. As the Banshee Sniper Force comes in, fungals not available. Good transfuse. Control on the infestors has been really good. The problem is that losing 48 workers in a 9-minute game, not brilliant. Alright, not brilliant. I don't think this is quite how Reynor imagined this early game to go. It's going to be trying to mirror this Cyclone movement. The Banshees in the main base got a couple more kills. The Banshees are going to be popping back in. Once again, a good fungal and another good fungal. Honestly, this Roach Infestor defense is looking great. The problem is not the Roach Infestor defense. The problem is 85 SCVs versus 68 drones. 5 factories, soon to be 8. 5th command center on the way. Full map control here for Clem. 3 more factories coming in as vehicle plating is popping out as well. And we're seeing Neural Parasite over here. Here comes the Banshee squad once more, trying to snipe something. Doesn't quite get it. Aye. 1 Fungler goes down. Banshee moves to the right. Epic. Cyclone's gonna commit into this position. Another fungal. I mean, Reynor is trying his best, but I feel like he's trying to get good trades, and he's getting about even trades, which is insane. But yeah, he's back up to 80 drones, actually. He's no 5th base, though. The lack of a 5th is kind of what's killing him here, and I don't see how he's going to connect over to a 5th here. We have 8 factory right now. I would love to see just like low tank counts being added into the mix. Oh, he forgot about Blue Flame as well. That's interesting. Like if you have like 3-4 tanks here, you set them on the edge of creep, it becomes so much harder here for Reynor immediately. As Cyclone Hellion is just kind of moving from side to side, like an Ariana Grande song. And Reynor doesn't manage to sway his hips in quite the same way as Clem is doing right now. We're gonna need to send these queens over here. Having like 4 Hydras just to deal with the Banshee would have been great, but I understand why it's not there. The cash ain't here. It's going to be a battle cruiser transition, I think, out of Clem, or a Liberator, one of the two. Fusion core, second armory. It's 200 supply to 200 supply right now. Links are practically useless, but maybe for a run by something or into baneling. I legitimately think that having links here is one of the worst things you can do. Like, they just die, they disappear. Melt like butter. Hellion Cyclone run by over here. We can have Nurgles. No. Really? He gets them. The end of the world. Still have some fungals remaining as well. Is Burrow here? No, there's no Burrow. Hellion run by once again 10 workers. Brings a total of 71 workers killed. Investor's trying to move forward to get another fungal. Funglers are a little bit too far back. Not gonna get the connections, and 5th base is gonna get cancelled here. You have 2 extra bases on the way for Clem, who has been non-stop macroing behind us. These were good fungals. These were phenomenal fungals. The greatest. The best. The problem is there's no counterattack here. What is that fungal? That's nothing. That fungal is nothing. That's an absolute nothing burger, that fungal. Can we get one more? I don't think so. The problem is just that the reproduction rate here is insane. Like freaking bunnies, these Hellions and Cyclones are popping out of the factory anew. Tank shows up now, Liberators being added into the mix. Smart Servals, we have triple factory, or triple reactor factory, I think. Yeah, triple reactors. Liberators popping out. Tank sieging up, it is still 5 base, or 6 base versus 4 soon. Tank in the back is definitely helping as well. The Ravager Roche tries to break through with the +2 range upgrades. Fungals in the back actually dealing a lot of damage here, but the one tank is also shelling away. 6 kills total already. Double Lip's gonna harass. Maybe over to this base. We don't have a Spore in position. Do have a bunch of Ravagers. Maybe we can make something happen. I mean, the fact that Reynor is staying in this game, I think will dissuade Clem from trying this strategy again in the future. Clem has had the best first 8 minutes that a Terran could hope for, and Reynor is staying alive and he's fighting, you know? I'm not saying that Clem is sweating, but he is sweating. He's absolutely sweating. He's sweating a little bit here at least. 100%. Yeah, this should not have been as close. We're gonna get some Neurals right now. 1, 2. But all the other fungal boys are gonna get targeted down as Reynor once more gets... He's just getting decent trades. Look at this. 22k to 22k. But the income is the problem here. Reynor does not have enough money. I hate to say I told you so, but money is freaking important, man. 7th base being built in position. I mean, this is pretty much returning the favor of what Reynor did in game number 1, taking every single base. Clem can take this. He can build it in position over here if he wants to. Like, his production is too high. His income is too solid. He has too much gas coming in as well. He is rallying pretty aggressively. Perhaps a bit too aggressive. People have called this too aggressive in the past. He does need to be a little bit careful, actually. Well, no, he doesn't need to be careful. But he can't play like a complete moron. And there were some wild moves here. Gonna send another Liberator forward. As the Queens are gonna take care of it. One Queen will end up falling. We have a new Liberator set up as the Hellions going to bring the number to 97 drone skilled. Clem is the ultimate drone slayer here in this game. It would be weird if it was Reynor, because then he would be killing his own units. Don't want to be a drone slayer if you're a Zerg player, unless it's a ZVZ. Gonna get a fungal out, roaches, no. Can we get a fungal? No, we actually can't. Bows are gonna connect here with this Liberator. Hellbat's in here as well, actually dishing out a lot of damage against the roaches, tanking quite a decent amount too. I think Cyclone Hellbat is not that bad of a composition, to be honest, and this should be the final fight here. Liberators continue pushing him forward, Vikings being added into the mix now as well for whatever reason, and Reynor will tap out with a G to the G. And that brings us to game number 6, in which I'm expecting a bio game after the performance of the previous game out of Reynor. I'd be shocked to see Clem willingly go into Mech again. That was such a solid hold for Reynor for so long. He turned that 4-minute game into a 12-minute game. Sheer willpower, just pushing it through. An absolute animal, a beast, a machine. A legend. As ooh, just a single drone. Wait, what? Clem is not gonna get fooled. But he did get fooled already, didn't he? I'm not so certain if this thing is gonna get there in time. Oi, 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 oi. Reynor with a painful little start is gonna lose a drone for free. SCV wanting to show up over here on the left side. What does the Reaper do? Reaper moves over to the left side. SCV wants to stay alive. There's no drone here. That means the drone's gonna move towards the right. Can Clem be bothered? Or does he say, I'm gonna pick off 2 free links. I'm gonna pop some links. As the drone now moves back towards the left. Okay, Reynor's gonna get that left side base, but it was a lot of hard work. It was a lot of hard work over here. And not a great start. Not a great start whatsoever. We get the flip-flop between the barracks and the factory, and we don't see a starport yet. I'm expecting a second barracks here for Hellion into double racks 2-1-1. No. Whoa, a Viking or He's Viking maybe. Huh. So usually whenever people play triple CC, we see the starport before the Hellions. But I think this is going to be a run by with the double Hellion then. Because these come out so freaking fast right now, and he cut his starport timing for it. So I think he's going to be, you know, he's gonna be putting his nose to work. He's gonna be sniffing out some weakness. Is Reynor sweaty? Nothing to kill here at the third base. This is frustrating. It is just going to be Banshee still. Wow. Okay. It was a late second gas as well, so that means that Cloak is going to be a little bit delayed too. That means that the final swap with the starport onto a reactor is going to be delayed by maybe 5 seconds or so as well. So there's some snowball effects here as well from this decision of getting Hellion before starport and before the second gas. It is rare. It is very rare, and so far it hasn't paid off. So small trade-off there, ending up in favor of Reynor for sure, because these Hellions have not dealt the damage that they wanted to. We're going into stim. This tech lab can only indicate stim. And indeed 2 more barracks as well. So we're going to see barracks 1. And I assume barracks 2 is going to go down. Yep, right over there. Stim will start post a second Banshee usually. That is standard. And we're looking at a 6 Hellion here, right? Yeah. We're absolutely looking at a 6 Hellion opener. Couple gases. Hellion is actually trading quite some damage with these queens. I think Reynor is very happy with this early game so far. He should be happy with this early game so far, because he's been doing well. Double EB goes up in the main base, I think, or a natural. Okay, not in the wall. Just gonna go for full depot wall. The command center shows up. Clem, you know how some people at the start of a game they decide to do a run by? It's like today, in this game I'm gonna run by my Hellion's gonna kill 3 drones. Clem is just like every single time he goes in, he's like, is there an opportunity for me to do a run by? And if the answer is yes, he just freaking sends it. Like if your queens are out of position for a millisecond, he runs in and kills 12 workers. Game over. Like losing 12 workers early game against Clem, that's usually it, you know? Not many people have the skill to come back against that. Even Cyril struggles with it. Sport's gonna get taken out as well. It means that his Banshees are gonna have a bit more roaming space here. As, yep, there we go. Double Banshee comes in, lair not done, halfway done right now. Spore's gonna start moving forward, slowly but surely. You have this Spore coming up as well. Links run in. Oi, 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 oi. Forgot to close the door and the mosquitoes come in. Enjoy your night rest, Clem. And so 1 Banshee falls as well. Hellions are being pulled back. Lynx try to escape, but might just get cleared by these cars. These Lynx absolutely achieve what they wanted to achieve. 8 workers down. A lot of Marines being taken out, which means that the first double drop is going to be significantly worse. This Mew is going to expire soon. Does not really get anything done here either. I mean, this is a dream scenario for Reynor right now, who already has lair attack. He's adding an extra hatchery. Killed 1 Banshee as well, which is severely going to limit the ability of Banshee to get kills. Hellion count is down to 4. Usually Medevac 1 and 2 finish at 6:30 in the game. Maybe 6:28, 6:27, depending on how fast Clem is feeling that particular day. This time they come out at 6:45, 6:46. Reynor's going to be up to 70-ish workers and have a lot of units. Okay, he's going to have his cake and eat it too. And then have another cake. He wants a lot of cake. Can you blame the guy? Oh, Clem. Blunder. Blunder, blunder, blunder. Loses 4 cars for free. Ling run by can just be sent across the map right now. This is what Reynor thinks. Queen count isn't very high. This is a risk. This actually is a significant risk. He's going to commit to this play as he runs in, and once again, Clem is too slow with the lift there. And that means that Reynor's going to get some serious kills. At least on some Marines. We have an attack here into the third base as well. A single mine. Does actually damage a lot of his SCVs. A couple more workers going down. Clem is staying alive though. Only loses 7 SCVs. Any other Terran player would have straight up lost the game here against this type of run by. And Clem actually, loses the medevac with the 8 Marines. Clem is in some trouble as well. We get the 8, 9, 10. What is this? I can't count. 9 Banelings over here. They're going to be rolling into the deep. And the deep is the name of the third base. Oi, 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 oi. Is this also going to be a run by? I think he might be sending too many run bys at the same time. We need some Banelings at home. He's going to full send it here. Is there a response at the third? There's not. That is every single worker that just went down at the third base. All we need right now defensively is 5 Banes, 10 Banes. Reynor knows it. He has 1-1 upgrade. He's getting Burrow. Does he have Infestation Pit? No, he doesn't. He isn't even starting +2 quite yet. He should probably start +2 carries. No, look at this. He knows how much damage he's dealt. He's going more Banelings. He is adding more drones, but all of the gas is being saved right now for Banelings. He does not want his gas to go anywhere else. You could say that's a mistake because he's going to need 2-2 eventually. Yes, but I think right now he knows that he's so far ahead that as long as he survives against the next push, he's going to be fine. This Baneling run-by is going to get caught. Perhaps a little bit over-eager there. Big Ling run-by coming in as well. How many Banes do we have at home? We're at 16, 8 Queens. Here comes the Ling run-by and here come more Banelings. Third base is toast. This third base is just gone. Okay, we can give that up. Left side base of Reynor is gonna get defended here. Good Baneling hits as well, as this is adios. Every single SCV goes down. Lings can now come back. This is a 6th base for Reynor. It's the least important thing in this entire game right now. He's not even pretending to defend it as the Banelings are running away from this base. His 5th base is somewhat important. Queens here are taking a beating as well against the invisible Banshee. But let's face it. Let's face facts over here. The only thing that Clem has got going for himself is his superior upgrades. He has 8 Rex as well, which I hadn't even noticed. I don't think Reynor is aware of it either. It's going to be 8 Rex with 2-2 against Lingbane 77 workers with 1-1 upgrades. So there is an upgrade lead here for our Terran player. And upgrades can be very significant if the Baneling count isn't high enough. They can be very significant if you're fighting pure Ling. However, if the Baneling count is high enough, if an infestor ever hits the field, it doesn't really matter because the supply is just so freaking big. Here we go, another pickup as these bad boys are going to drop. Baneling count is at 10 right now. Hey, these types of battles are really scary. Well, I guess not with 6 Marines, but if you get like 10, 12 Marines into a little nuke there, that could be scary. That could be scary. This link count is so good though. This link count is so good. Even with inferior upgrades. It's whoa. Holy crap. That was a very bad fight. I thought that was going to be fine. But the medevac healing plus the +2 armor really putting in some serious work. Baneling run-by is going to get cleared. What's our Baneling count right now? We're at 5. 8 more on the way. That was a really bad trade for Reynor. He's going to need to send in a Ling run-by, defend with Banelings. 6th base is irrelevant still. This base is important. This base is important. That's what we're looking at right now. There's no defenses at home. Mules, if they get cleared, that's going to be it for this. We get a full stim back. GG gets called as Clem does not feel it anymore. And Reynor forces the ace match. Our final game will be played on Maganata LE. A map with history. I don't know if that's true actually. It's just one of the 9 maps in the map pool right now. That is the history. Don't know if these guys played each other a lot on this map before. Gonna go double barracks. It means Reapers. You know, it would be sick if Clem every now and again would just throw in like a triple Rex Reaper, you know. Pew. Freaking on bananas with Reapers. But he's the type of guy that just builds 2 Rexes. 2 Rexes, he plays it safe with a 2. You know, safe and solid. He should throw the risky man a bone every now and again. I'm one of the risky men. I like risk, just for the sake of taking risk. There doesn't even need to be an upside. There just needs to be a downside, a potential downside. The bigger the potential downside and the higher the percentage of it failing, the more interesting the risk becomes immediately. It's one of the rules of risk taking. No scouting, for example. What is the real upside here? 100, 120 minerals at the risk of dying to a 12 pool. That is a real risk. And there's warriors out there that take that same risk every single day. I love that. I'd love to be a warrior like that. Clem, he plays it safe. No scout, but that is completely okay with a double Rex Reaper. So this particular build allows you to get an extremely fast command center still. Look at this. 207, 208, 209, okay. 210, there you go. 210 on that command center. Standard command center is 138, so there's like 30 seconds or so between that. It's the equivalent of 3 SCVs, about 100 minerals on a mule as well. So you're losing quite a bit of cash, but you get a lot back for it. Yes, when people tell you about having kids, it's like, yeah, having a kid is expensive and it costs a lot of time, but they give back so much. It's the same with 3 Reapers. Or 2 Reapers. It's only 2? What the hell? Oh, no way. He's doing the beyond. 3 Reaper. 3 Reaper into 4 racks. This is a build. This is legitimately like a 2020 build. Okay? This build was really popular in 2020. Freaking COVID hit. All the terms were like, 4 racks, lol. Eat that. Dude, they love that stuff. Big time. It was all we were seeing for a while. I don't think I've seen Clem play this in over 5 years at this point. I'm not even joking. I have not seen him play this for a long time. And that means that Reynor hasn't seen him play it. Because I watch more games than Reynor does, let me tell you. I watch a lot of StarCraft. I know Reynor watches some StarCraft. Not as much as I do. I see almost everything Clem plays against every Zerg. He does not play this build. He simply does not. I stalk his match history. I know what he's up to. I have a keylogger installed on his speed. Wait. Never mind. That is not for everyone to know. But I do know what he does. That's all I'm trying to say. I have my keylogger set up in such a way that if I see that 4 barracks are being built in a game, I check the match history. I beg for the replay. It doesn't happen. Hasn't happened since 2020 May. That's my prediction. Oop, we're gonna get a surround over here, as Reynor is going to get nothing. He risked the life of his links and he got nothing in return. That is not a great trade. That is not a great trade. That is, some would consider that a bad trade. Is that a factory? Oh, he's gonna 2-base. He's actually 2-basing. What a way to end this grand final here. This grand final between Liquid Clem and Basilisk Reynor. It is with a 4-Rex. It's an old school build order. It's a build order we don't see a lot of anymore. Jesus Christ, this micro is surreal, no? Oh my god, this Reaper control is bananas. He was just doing that as a distraction as well, to run across the map with these Marines. It's gonna show up right now, it's outside of range. What is our 5 queens, 9 links. As the French would say, bon appetit, my dear friends. Eat my bullets. As Stim is done. 5 minutes in. Creep Tumor taking a beating. Drones being pulled off the line. I don't even think that Reynor's going to survive here. He's building 20 more links. He's building 2 more queens. More drones are being pulled off the line right now. Overlords are falling. Queens are going down. Drones are going down. And it is 40 workers to 30. It is a 2-base versus 3, but it's not going to matter here as Clem moonwalks the victory on Maganata as our final map. 62 supply to 37. I mean, this is not going to be the fatal blow, but this blow might as well have been fatal. Reynor is on the ground right now. He can't walk. He is the Black Knight at the end of the scene. No arms, no legs. And he's still screaming though. And he's still ready to go. Come back here, you chicken. Clem is just hiding behind his wall. We'll call it a draw. Combat Shield's about to finish up as the first 2 Medivacks are on the way out. We get a Burrow research as well as a Baneling Nest. Reynor desperately wants this. Oh. So freaking close here. Once again in this grand final. But it's not enough. It is simply not enough. And we're waiting for that first push to arrive. We're waiting for that first attack. We already had an almost insane comeback out of Reynor on a tokamak. And he's going to try it again here. He is gearing up for... If he manages to do this, it would probably be the greatest comeback in StarCraft 2 history. Because this is close to impossible. This is close to impossible. Burrow, Ling run buys. There is a third CC as kind of like an insurance policy here for Clem. If he doesn't just straight up win with this or with the tank follow-up, he says, I still have something as backup. Yeah. His base is gonna fall here. Clem knows what he's doing. He knows that he's walking towards a big fat W. Medevac in a bit of trouble. Lings are gonna die. All of them. Final transfuse. Burrow's about to finish up. There's no secondary third base. This is the last of the hatcheries. More Lings are streaming it. Oh, Reynor is trying his best to micro here, but it's just not going to be enough. Infantry weapons level 1 is going to finish up. We now have 7 Banes on the way. 50 workers to 39. If this was a committed 2 base all-in, it still would be over. If Clem was on 2 bases right now, this would still be game. But he has a 3rd base already. He's up in upgrades. We're going to see some target fire here on 1 Bane, on 2 Banes. Pop, pop, pop. Go the balloons. Like a balloon hater at a balloon folding party. He pops these Banelings. Another Burrow Bane, actually. And the first one actually was successful. Let's see if we can do it. Oh, here we go. Poof. Okay. I mean, that's 2 pretty fat hits here. I don't think it's gonna be enough, but it's something. Rinse and repeat, I say. Rinse and repeat. Clem, how ready are you for this? How ready are you for... Well, too ready perhaps. Hatchery goes down. It's 3 base versus 2 base. GG gets called. Clem wins the grand finals of the FEL Krakow 2025. 4-3.